All right, y'all, real quick on a Saturday, make sure you check the pH. Pickle don't rest on Saturday, Sunday. So if you got hides pickling, make sure you check that pH. Sucker gets out of hand, you're going to be in some trouble. Hey, what's going on, guys? Monday the 23rd. Time to start all over again on another week. This morning, ain't a whole lot to report. I have been shaving hides. I've got 2 hides left that I've got to do today. It's just after lunchtime. Just got done eating. And we've already got 5 from Friday that are already shaved. So tomorrow I got 5 more, and then our 15 are going to be done. Be time to start tanning hides and mount deer heads. Something I did want to tell y'all about that I'm going to have to do this afternoon. I've got to call and get a few forms ordered. I've told y'all in the past that typically I try to wait until I've got enough forms to where I can get a discount. Well, occasionally, like right now, I've got 3 forms that's got to be ordered that did not have measurements on. Reason being, they were killed out of state, so the deer were caked out completely and the antlers cut off the head. So they weren't measured before they were brought to me, and they've been in the freezer this entire time. So when it came time to tan them, I had to get the measurements off of those after I thawed them, and I'm going to have to order those separately so that I can go ahead and get those mounted up. I'm trying to get that taken care of, and hopefully by the end of the week, maybe we can start putting some deer on some forms. So that's that. We got all those hides done. So I'm going to go up to the house and finally going to show y'all my gunslings and talk a little bit about this website. Give y'all a little bit of information where y'all can go and buy y'all's own gunsling from me with my name on it. Hey, what's going on, guys? After 1 full year of development, we have finally come out with the Cedar Ridge Overlander gunsling. My buddy Matt makes slings for the military. This sling right here is the same style sling that Chris Kyle had on his rifle, his sniper rifle. Matt made Chris's sling for him. I've actually made a little cheat sheet here because that's what old folks do on YouTube. But his company is the maker of the most used high-powered sling in the world. He's sold over 3 million. The movies Saving Private Ryan and American Sniper, Matt made the slings and leatherwork for those 2 movies. He's got the only sling recommended by the CMP for the M1 Garand. At a benefit for Toys for Tots, they sold a sling for $14,000. And probably the most important thing about it, the reason why the military uses his slings is because every single part of his slings is 100% USA. Everything on here is American made, all American source materials, all American labor, every single bit of it. He lives in North Carolina. This stuff is assembled in the U.S. by American citizens. So guys, this is what we have come up with for our hunting sling. Matt got in touch with me last year. We have not talked in 20 some odd years. Since we were little bitty kids, we were neighbors and best friends. Matt used to do leather work. He used to make slings and belts and all kinds of stuff. Started when he was 11 years old. All right. And now he owns this gigantic company where he works making this stuff for the military. This material is called biothane. Okay. What he did is he took Chris Kyle's sling, which is a very heavy duty sling that's got, you know, the military grade, like attachments and all on it, and took the idea from that and made a sling for the deer woods. I use one of these all deer season on my muzzleloader, my rifle, and all turkey season. This stuff does not slip on your shoulder. It has got Grove Tech American-made swivels on it. It has got integrated paracord. We decided it would be a good touch just to have for a backup plan in case you had an emergency. And guys, this thing right here is waterproof. It is super light, and it does not hold scent. It's basically indestructible. These things are not cheap. They sell for $100. They're $99 on the website. But what you're going to get is going to be a sling that's going to last you the rest of your life. That is made by Americans for Americans, and everything on this, including the paracord, is American made. When you go to the website, turnersaddlery.com, you can use my promo code, CRC5. He built me a promo code where you get 5% off everything on the whole website. Now, on my slings, if you go to buy a Cedar Ridge Overlander rifle sling, you're going to have several options. You've got the desert sand. There's an OD green. There is a brown, and there is a black. There's also 2 different colors of paracord. You can either get OD green or black paracord. When you go on there, it'll say choose options. You can choose your color sling, choose your color paracord. Matt will build it to your liking and ship it to your house. Just make sure you use that CRC5 at checkout to get your 5% off. And you get that off everything on the website. He also sells a military-grade leather dressing. He's got Boogaloo gun oil. He's got Grove Tech swivels. He has got all kind of bits and pieces and parts, and I don't know how many different kinds of gun slings. You can see this is the National Match Service Rifle Sling that the military uses. They use Matt's sling. He's got these for sale on there, along with slings for stuff like your M1 Garand. Something else that we're in development with right now are oyster knives. I've actually got some of these coming to the house. Morty the Knife Man down in Florida makes these oyster knives, and I love raw oysters. So Matt has made some of these holsters. It's a Kydex with leather back and a belt loop that is made specifically to hold these knives. And he's got about 10 of these things coming right now, a whole bunch of different colors. I'm going to do another video on them later. And probably before too long, these are also going to be available on his website for sale. So y'all go over to the website, turnersaddlery.com. Make sure that you use CRC5 at checkout to get y'all's 5% off. And guys, as always, thank y'all so much for the support for me, for my friends, for the channel. Any of y'all who have subscribed, thank y'all so much. If you hadn't subscribed, what are you doing? It's free. Just hit the subscribe button and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And make sure that you hit like on every single video and comment, because that just helps me get more views. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all go check that out, and we'll see y'all in the next video. All right, Tuesday, September the 24th. Not a whole lot to report today. I did finish the last 5 capes, getting them shaved and getting them in this pickle. Now we're going to do a quick pH test, see how that looks. Got our little paper here and stick it in there. Oh yeah. Just right. It has gotten really hot again now, and I am about to slap up. But we did get that finished, so tomorrow we can start mounting some deer heads up. I've got a few capes that are already tanned, so I think I may go ahead and set 1 or 2 out. And may go ahead and try to get some heads on some forms so they can be drying when we get ready to start tanning up these hides that we've got in this pickle. So I'm looking forward to getting something in the mail tomorrow. Actually, 2 different things. It's a guy named Ben that owns Replica Racks. He's the one that makes the nose texture tool that I use. I've done a video on how to use it. He got in touch with me the other day, and he has come up with a new earbud tool. I don't know exactly how it works, but he's sending me one of those so that we can try it out, do a video on it, and just see how that works. He's also got a pair of replica antlers that he's sending me, just to put on a deer and do a video on that also. So y'all ever need any replica antlers made, go over to replicaracks.com, and he does awesome work. I'm really excited to see some of them in person. Just looking at it on the website looks absolutely incredible, and I love the little silicone nose tool. You can buy that using my link, which I will put in the description of this video. Something else also I'm supposed to be getting tomorrow is the proof of my new book, Raised in the Alabama Swamp. The proof is supposed to be here tomorrow. If everything looks good, when I look through the book, everything looks okay, I'm going to go ahead and make that live on Amazon. So I'll be letting y'all know, hopefully, by the time this video comes out on YouTube, that book will be live on Amazon. We will see. All right, so before we call it a day, I have sat here and I have written up a list of everybody who I still have got on my books in order that their deer is going to be mounted. Y'all may have seen that before on some of my videos, or maybe on Facebook, where I put people in order based on the amount that they've paid in deposit, and I mount the deer in that order. If you've got any questions about that, ask in the comments, and I'd be glad to explain it a little bit more in depth. But I try to update that a few times during the season, even during the year. That way, when people kind of get to wondering when their deer is going to be done, they can look at that list, they see their name, they know they haven't been forgotten about, but they also kind of know what names to look for as I'm posting deer and getting people's deer done. I always post them on Facebook and let people know, what deer finished. So when they see their name, they know where they're at in line based on the deer that I just got done with. And it really saves you a ton of phone calls. Makes a huge difference. And like I said, it lets people know that their name is on a list. They haven't been forgotten about. You haven't lost all their stuff. And it just makes them feel better about the whole situation. Good morning, guys. How y'all doing this morning? Wednesday. It's a nice rainy day outside. Y'all check it out. Finally getting a little bit of rain and some cooler weather. 69 degrees this morning, so it feels fabulous. Today, we're going to put together a buck, finally. Done with all these stupid hides, we finally mount a deer. Really nice deer, too. Still got a little bit of dried velvet on his rack. And we're going to get this sucker mounted up. I hadn't prepped the form or anything, so we'll start out with that. Get the cape thinned down a little bit and shaved just one more time. And we're going to put this sucker together. I've always been hesitant to buy the white clay, because I was afraid, I don't know, I was afraid maybe it would show up more, you know, like on a deer mouth. This is what they're calling white. Does that look white? It's like clay. I don't know, I can't tell the difference between it and the other. Guess from now on I won't worry about it being white. Well, how about that? It's got that guy done. Y'all check him out. It is lunchtime. Let's go get something to eat. Well, UPS just delivered, and I did get my box from Replica Racks. So we're going to take it down here to the shop, open it up, and see what kind of goodies we got. Just got a notification from Amazon saying that my proof on my book is not going to be here till tomorrow. Unfortunately, I was really looking forward to taking a look at that today because I'm ready to get it live. I want everybody to be able to read it, but I also want to wait and check out that proof before I publish it. Also, make sure everything is right. So I guess I just gotta wait. Well, let's go in here and see what's in this box. Yeah, I'm interested to see what is in this box because it's huge. The box is a whole lot bigger than what I expected to get in the mail. Oh heck, right here on top, this must be the earbud tools right here. See, they're actually labeled right and left. And I imagine these are molded off of the outside of an earbud, similar to the nose tool. He sent me another nose tool too. Thank you, Mr. Benjamin. It was made out of silicone and it's molded straight to the outside of a deer's nose so that texture gets stamped right in there. Imagine that these earbud tools are going to work a similar way. For instance, if you did not know exactly how to mold the muscle on an earbud, let me see if I can get this in a place where y'all can kind of see it here. Well, can't zoom on selfie mode, but you're going with the left ear, the deer's left, so that is L. And let's see, I imagine that's going to go, this little point right here, I imagine it's going to point toward the inside of that ear, looking like the way it's shaped inside of the head. So you can fit that, yeah, see that fits right on that ear, just like that. And you could mash right there. You can see this muscle right here, and it dents in and comes right out to this muscle right here. It even has the shape of the outside of that ear, the edge of that ear, where it cups right there. So I mean, you could use that right there to make you a perfectly shaped earbud, and do it very quickly. Doing it that way, you could probably actually just stuff a big old wad of clay in there, rather than having to sculpt it as you go, like I've been doing, and then just put this on there and mash it into place, and just about instantly create that shape. So tomorrow, I'm going to try to tan some hides here in just a second for tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're going to be using that right there. We're going to see how that works. All right, let's get down through all the paper here. Lots of paper. Lots of paper. The good thing about paper is it usually means something very valuable packed inside that it's trying to protect. Making a mess in my shop. Not that my shop isn't already a disaster. Oh my gosh. What a gigantic set of replica antlers. Man, oh my gosh, this is cool as crap. I was expecting like a Alabama 8-point, you know. Oh man, this is one of y'all's Midwestern bucks. Y'all check this out. So much paper. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell everybody I killed this. Y'all, look at this. Look at that guy. And I mean, even holding it in my hands, this thing looks so real. See if y'all can see some of the detail on this. Look at this rack. This is fake. This is a replica. Is that not gorgeous? I'm telling you, the man does incredible work. This is the first time that I've actually held one in my hands. And that is amazing. And what a monster. Like I said, I was expecting like a 115. I'm telling you, this is gonna be used at some point in time this deer season to really screw with somebody. I promise you. Well, that is cool. Man, thank you, Mr. Ben. We will definitely be putting this to work the second that I get a cape off of a gigantic deer, see if somebody can save me a Midwestern cape. And we're going to be putting this on a form to display, to show off what kind of work he does. Well, that's cool. Well, that's cool as crap. Man, I can't wait now. Now I'm really fired up. I didn't know it was going to be a giant, but I love this. This is just awesome. Needless to say, if y'all ever need a replica done, replicaracks.com is where you can go and get that taken care of. Also, that nose texture tool, I do have a link for that. I'm going to put in the description of this video. And he's supposed to be getting those earbud forms on there too. So if they're available, then I'll go ahead and have a link for those on there also. I'm going to get 2 capes out of this tub. I'm going to make sure that we have got the forms here. Got a few forms ordered for some of this batch that's not here yet that I had to measure. But I'm going to get a couple of the next ones in line that I do have the forms for already and get them laid out and tan those today. So tomorrow we're going to plan on mounting 2 deer tomorrow. That's going to be the plan. So keep your fingers crossed. Maybe everything will work out. Nothing stupid will happen. That's all that we got to do today. Tan a couple hides. Nothing like going to tan some hides and running completely out of baking soda. Fortunately, there's a Dollar General right at the end of the road. So I was able to go and pick some up. Stuff's really cheap. Dollar General's got it really, really cheap. But all they had was the little boxes. Better off buying the big gigantic box. It is a little bit cheaper, but I mean, this stuff I don't think it's, but it cost me less than $3, I think, for 2 boxes. So, yeah, whatever. Well, it's 5 o'clock. Time to finish out this Wednesday. I've got 2 hides that are tanned and ready to mount in the morning. I've got this buck that we finished up today that is drying, and I just had a buck brought into me from this past season. So now I'm going to let that one thaw. Probably going to take a day and a half, 2 days maybe to thaw out and get it caped out and get the antlers cut off of it. Put back here on my rack. I need to go ahead and organize this rack too, probably tomorrow. I've still got all the racks in order from this past season. I've got about 15 or 16 of those that need to go in this other room. What I normally do when I get a batch of capes in my tub, I've got this board up here where I'll put racks for those capes. And it just, just a little way to keep organized. As I'm mounting them, I can just pull them off of this rack right here, gets them out of that room, and gives you a little bit of peace of mind when you go back here and look, you got some missing. So I've got about 34, I think, left. That's counting these right here. I've got about 34 left from this past season that went on last year's book. So going to do our best to try and get these things knocked out as soon as possible, because our bow season opens right here at the 1st of October. And gun season is going to be about the 2nd week of November, right in there. So I'd love to have these things at least on a form drying by gun season, because it's going to get real, real busy by the end of November, 1st of December. So anyway, guys, we will see y'all back here tomorrow morning. Thursday, September the 26th. What is going on this morning, guys? Got my air conditioner running. It's about, 65 degrees outside, which feels great. Got the old boy drying up right here. The butt from yesterday still is not thawed out. He's still pretty frozen. Body's starting to loosen up a little bit. He'd probably be thawed by in the morning. And I've got these two hides we're going to mount up today. So we're going to work kind of fast today, try to get this stuff knocked out, get it done. My book is supposed to be in the mail today for me to proofread and make sure that it is okay to go live. So let's get going. We'll talk to y'all in a little bit. So I got my brand new earbud tools in from Replica Racks. These are a new item that he's come out with. And they've got an L and an R on them, which is left and right. The L stands for left and the R stands for right. All right, what I've got a deer cape that I'm ready to mount up. I've already put the ear liners in the ears. I'm going to do a demo on how to use these tools. I've never used them before. I figured what better way to film it than the first time you ever use it, just to see how well they actually work. What I'm going to do, normally I put the clay in the earbuds before I ever put the hide on the form. That allows me to get the clay all the way around the ends of my ear liners, make sure I've got smooth transition lines. So that's what I'm going to do in both ears. I'm going to get my clay pretty much ready, except for what is going to hold that clay to the form. So when I get the hide put on the form, I'm going to take those tools and we're going to use them on each earbud in two different ways. One way, I think what I'm going to try to do is just get the clay in line and then press that into the earbud while holding the inside of that ear liner, and see if it will just form the shape of those muscles in that earbud. On the other ear, what I'm going to try to do is hold off on the extra clay that I put in to attach it to the form, and I'm going to put the earbud tool on the cape as I add the clay and fill in those voids in that tool and see if that's an easier way to do it. All right, time to try out the ear tool. I've got the deer mounted up, except for the eyes there. I've got the ears are still floppy. What I've basically done is just put a wad of clay in both of these earbuds. They're not attached. They have not been formed. And I'm still going to have to add a little bit of clay to attach that to the deer. So on this ear right here, what we're going to start out with, I'm going to do the left ear, fill it full of clay first, and then press that form into it. And let's see how that works. Basically, all I'm going to do is fill this up right here with enough clay to be able to build that ear butt just a little bit more. Like that. Let's get our tool. So we've got a left ear and left ear tool. It's going to go on here like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inner ear to make sure that doesn't go anywhere. I'm going to press this into this ear. Just like that. Make sure this is pressed all the way down against the head and against where the burr of that antler is the correct positioning. And this ear is going to be slightly back, so I'm going to go ahead and push this back a little bit here. I'll mash that in there just like that. Make sure this is tucked real well like that, and then take it off. That don't look half bad the way I just did it. Yeah, that gives you your muscle here. Muscle comes down here. You still got a smooth transition here and right there into the side of the face. Cool, man. All right, let's do the other side. Okay, now this here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this right side tool and I'm going to place it in place, and then we're going to add clay with that in place and press it into this form and see how that holds that detail. There again, this is the first time that I've ever used this, and I like to experiment with different ways of doing things before I ever even read the rules and instructions. Just because I just like experimentation. I like to see what is possible. All right, let me grab some more clay. Oh my gosh, look at that. You can already see where that's taking shape. I think that this is going to work better. Grab a little more clay here. Get it in position. And then just lay this here. And there again, this is supposed to go basically against the burr of that antler, and then this is supposed to press all the way to the face. So first, let's get this clay pressed in like that. Then what I'm going to do is use this inner ear, and I'm going to press that inner ear back into place while making sure all of this is snug up against this form. Move this here slightly back into position, approximately where we need it. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Now at that point, all you're really left with is just smoothing out this transition right here where the edge of that form was at, and maybe making sure that this bottom right here is tucked and pressed into the form. But you've got really good muscle detail here, here, and here. And I mean, you've got the correct anatomy. So if you were going to build ear butts with clay and either had not ever done it before or have a lot of trouble trying to figure out the symmetry of the ear butts, this right here is a great way to make that happen very simply. And you can see I have not changed anything. Let me move this needle out of the way. I haven't changed anything yet. You can see those ears, the way they sit on the head, the way that they're positioned to the antler. I mean, all of that right there, the anatomy is very good on that. I'm gonna have to say that that right there is a win for the earbud tool. It's actually would be great for somebody starting out. And I believe I'm gonna be using them too, just where now I can just throw clay in there and slam that thing over there and be done with it just like I do the nose tool. There's gonna be a link for those in the description of the video where y'all can click on that and y'all go buy them if you decide to do so along with the nose tool. I'll go ahead and put the link for the nose tool down here at the bottom of this video too. Replica Racks is the one that makes these things. Ben that owns Replica Racks does this and does obviously Replica Racks. Y'all go check out his site and we're gonna finish mounting this deer up. One down, one to go. There he is. Looking fine. Time to go eat lunch. Well, I walked up here to the house to eat lunch. And what have we here? I do believe this is my book. Let's see how we did. Oh man, it looks cool. Y'all check it out. Raised in the Alabama Swamp by Daniel Williams. See my old name down there? I'm going to read through this afternoon, and I'm going to make sure that everything is okay, make sure everything's the way that I like it. If it is, then this book will be live on Amazon probably later on tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. By the time y'all see this video, you can buy this book. I'll have it on paperback, hardcover, and should be also on Kindle. So y'all go check it out. Link is going to be in the description below. I'll also have it in my Amazon store. I'll have a link for the Amazon store in the description below also. Well, there we go. He's ready to start drying. We're going to get a couple more hides ready for tomorrow, and we're going to go up to the house and proofread our book. It is finally Friday. This has been the longest week. I've had so much stuff going on. Got my Amazon book in, read some of it yesterday, or all of it yesterday, and there's a few typos in there, so I had to fix those, and now I've got to wait for that to be approved before I can release my book. But anyway, today I've got to mount up 2 deer, and I've got to cape out 1 deer. And it is late. It's like 11 o'clock right now. I went ahead and just ate lunch. I ain't felt real good this week. Today it's like I woke up feeling pretty good about 4 o'clock this morning and got up, messed around with that book, got all that stuff submitted. And by about 6:30, man, I had to lay down. I fell back asleep. Woke up, it was like 9:30, so I just went ahead and ate. It's going to be a late day, but I do feel better than I felt the last few days. So hopefully we can get this stuff done and have a weekend to rest. Well, let's get the ball rolling. Well, it's 15:07. Made a little bit better time than I thought I would. I've got a couple more deer put on the forms now. Won't be too long. We'll have this turntable filled up again. Do a quick pH test on the pickle before we go to the house. Oh yeah, look at that. Lime green. It's just what we like. That should just about finish this week up. I've got a new fleshing blade in today for my fleshing machine. So what I'll probably do is Monday, we'll put that thing on. I might clean up a little bit on Monday, organize some of my antlers I've got left, and get some hides fixed in my freezers. I haven't consolidated them yet, and that needs to be done ASAP. Deer season here opens Tuesday. So we'll probably do that on Monday, and then we'll also tan a couple of hides, and we'll start mounting deer again on Tuesday. So anyway, guys, hope y'all had a good weekend time you're all watching this, and y'all have a good day tomorrow, even though it's Monday. We will see y'all next week.